Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another boring episode on Palin's Firearms. Today we're gonna have a fun one. At least I'm gonna have fun with it. Um, yeah, we finally decided to travel to a two-way friendly state. We were going to Florida. It is a family trip, so it's gonna have four of us total: two adults and two kids under 5. 4 and 1 exactly. But yes, so we're traveling to Florida, two-way friendly state. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and bring this along with me here. So, I've never traveled with a gun. There's lots of videos out there, lots of different opinions, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So I'm going to document my entire process. So, I am traveling on Frontier Airlines, and I am going from Denver to Pensacola, Florida, the home of the sugar sand, I think is what they call it. I don't know. We'll see. I've never been to Pensacola, so it'll be fun. Meeting some friends down there. But yes, so we were traveling on Frontier, and when I started doing this process, when I started brainstorming this process, the first thing I went ahead and did is I went on Frontier.com, and I found their FAQs on traveling. I'll go ahead and try to put a picture maybe somewhere around in here. I don't know where I'm going to put it here. So, but yeah, I'll let you read that for just a second, or pause it here if you wanted to read it. But yeah, so basically... yeah, there's 10 things on here, so I'll just go ahead and just read them off here. So it says, can I bring a firearm with me? Firearms and ammunition rules. Number 1 says, firearms, ammunition, and firearms parts may be transported by passengers 18 years or older in a checked bag on domestic flights in the U.S., but are not allowed to be carried on flights. To guarantee that your firearm and ammunition get to the same place you're going, be sure to have them in the checked bag. Otherwise, they will be confiscated at security. So basically what that's saying is you can't have it on your carry-on, you got to have it on a checked bag. Number 2, neither firearm nor ammunition are allowed on international flights, even if they are in a checked bag. Makes sense. You don't want to go international with firearms. Number 3, all firearms must be unloaded at time of travel. Number 4, when you're checking in, be sure to declare that you have a firearm in your bag with customer service representative at the ticket counter. Number 5, your firearm must be packed in a hard-sided locked container or suitcase or a hard-sided locked gun case. The container must be able to be locked securely and be able to be unlocked by you. Occasionally, a TSA screener will need to examine the firearm, in which you will need to provide the combination or a key to the case to the security personnel. Number 6. One passenger is allowed to check up to 11 pounds of ammunition. That's kind of funny. You can do 11 pounds of ammunition. Number 7. All ammunition must be securely packaged in the original manufacturer's packaging, a fiber such as a cardboard, wood, or metal box, or a specially designed packaging. Get it out, pound. So basically that's telling us that when you bring ammo, it's got to be in a box or some sort of hard-sided container. Cardboard, wooden, metal, the original packaging, etc. Number 8, ammunition may be packed in a magazine or clips if the exposed portion is covered or sealed. In other words, sealed with duct tape. Or the magazine/clip is placed in a pouch, holder, holster, or lanyard. All ammunition must be secured. So that's a pretty key one here. So the way I interpret that is, so you either got to put it in a mag pouch. If it's in a magazine, you either got to put it in some sort of pouch, like a mag holder, or put a duct tape over the tip of it, is what I'm assuming. Number 9, ammunition may be packed in the same hard-sided locked firearm case, provided it's packed as described. So it sounds like you can have ammo with your firearm as long as it's either in a box or in a magazine with duct tape or cover. And then it goes on to talk about black powder. I don't care about black powder, so I'm going to set this aside here. So I did a little homework. I went ahead and read that here. So I went through a few of my cases that I have. Most of them are all. I shouldn't say that. I do have a couple of third-party cases, but I didn't know if they were going to be suitable here. So what I ended up finding is I found my FN case. This is an FN 502 case, but hard-sided. It locks pretty dang easy, and both locks have spots for lock. Excuse me. When you lock it, it has spots for locks. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that FN case. For this trip, I'm going to go ahead and take my FN Reflex. Get it clear, just so you guys know. FN Reflex. There's a video of it here somewhere. But yeah, so I'm going to take 2 magazines with me. I'm going to have my factory 11 rounder. And then I'm also going to take my extended 15 rounder. I think both of these, well, I know, I've already researched, so I'm not going to say I think, because I am traveling out of state. But yes, I've done research. There is no magazine bans in Florida, so 11 and 15 rounder are completely okay. I am going to take the magazines with ammo in it, as described on number 8. I am using HST hollow points, so it is going to be unloaded. So my plan is set them both separate, gun in a holster, and travel like that. That's the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in this FN case here. So let's take a look here. I went ahead and brought a couple other things with me here, so maybe I didn't. Oh, I haven't got them yet. So I did go out and buy some TSA approved locks. It doesn't say you have to have TSA approved. It says as long as you're readily available to give the security personnel the combination and or key. I went ahead and got TSA approved ones because I believe the way it works is it's a universal keyhole. So I think any TSA rep can open this up. So got these on Amazon. They were like $10. They're pretty cheap. I decided to go with yellow just to stand out a little bit. I feel like everybody maybe does black or whatever else. So yes, I'm also, it doesn't say this, but I'm also going to bring a little flag. I figured if I go above and beyond, it's not going to hurt anything. So this is a flag from the FN 502. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and flag it so that way they can kind of see that it's, you know, so nobody freaks out. I've never traveled. I don't know what they're going to say. Who knows, man. Frontier is notorious for being wonky. So my other plan I'm going to go ahead and do is normally I get to the airport like 3 hours early with traveling with 2 small children. I'm going to get to the airport an additional hour. So 4 hours early. I know you guys are going to balk at that, but I'd rather be there and be safe than not. They were flying with the firearms, so I'm going to show up an extra hour, so I'm going to show up 4 hours early. The reason for that is, for whatever reason, if I get any grief, something doesn't work, it gives me an extra hour to run back to the car and lock it in the car. So I don't miss my flight, so I don't have to travel all the way back home, because I am an hour and a half from the airport, so it's not like I can just drive home real quick. So yes, if all else fails, I'll just lock it in the car, call it good. All right, so let's see how this puzzle goes together here. We're going to set the locks aside here. We are still clear. So my plan is, like I said, I'm going to flag it. So I'm going to lock it back. This flag isn't designed for this one here, so it's kind of wonky. I already screwed up. Let's try it this way. Nope. Let's try it this way. There we go. So I picked this flag because, first of all, it fit. Second, on the micro compact. Second of all, it's a little bit flexible, so I'm hoping that it'll stick out. It looks like it will. It'll stick out while in the holster. So it'll indicate, plus it takes it out of battery just a hair. So that way if anybody's got any grief with it, they can... Yeah, I think that's going to be alright. Alright. So... I feel like it should lay flatter, no? Alright, so got that in there. We're going to set that in there. Magazines. Now, it did say I either have to have it in a pouch or duct tape it. I thought about carrying a pouch, but then I was like, oh, it's just extra bulk and I'm running around here. So I did pre-cut some duct tape here. So I think, if I read it right, it's just as simple as covering the ammunition, covering up the bullet. So I'm going to go and cover the bullet like that. Got one more piece cut out here. The other magazine. Cover it up like that. I'm thinking that's what they're talking about. So organization wise, I think I'm going to go something like this. Yep, it still closes. Cool. Just to be safe, I went ahead and rolled some extra duct tape just in case something happens. So I'm going to put that up there just in case I need extra duct tape, or when I get there I need to, you know, if I can't salvage this, when I get there I got an extra roll, half roll there, or a couple pieces to reseal this on the way home. Cool. Seal this sucker up. So it's going to go a little something like this. No, it's not locking. I think it's changed. No. think it's not locking because it changed, or it's not on the combination. But yes, so we won't lock it for now. We will just do this. So it's going to look a little something like this. So that is how I'm going to travel. I do have a check bag, so I'll go ahead and put this in my check bag, and we would call it good. All right, well that's it for this. This has been a lot longer than I thought it was going to here. So, but yeah, so that's my setup. That's my understanding of the rules. I'm going to show up an extra hour early. Yeah, we're leaving here in the next couple of days. So, I'll go ahead and pause this video for now, and hopefully I get some footage of the process. All right, guys. See you in a second. All right, guys, welcome back. So, yeah, this did not go as planned. As you can see, I got some extra stickers here, so I'm back. I made it safely. The gun went with me, and it came back. Everything was fine on that. The part that didn't go as planned was I was planning on doing more filming at the airport, but I'm going to tell you what. It was so easy. I didn't have time to pull my phone out and record anything. I told that I was traveling with 2 small children. Of course, we pack really well. So we had carry-ons and check baggage. So we had like 8, 9, or 6 pieces of luggage with us between carry-ons and roller bags and diaper bags and everything else. So with all that being said, I go there and I do what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I don't have my sheet. I threw it away. My sheet that goes over all the rules. I thought I had it here still. But yeah, so I went and checked in with the agent, and it was so freaking easy. So basically what the agent did is, so there was 2 different processes. Each city worked it different. Denver worked it different than Pensacola. Yeah, so I'll just go over it here. So this right here, this is the result of coming back from Pensacola to Denver. So I don't want to work in reverse, so let me just hide this for a second. So when I went from Denver to Pensacola, they did not give me the sticker. They didn't look at it from Denver to Pensacola. I went in there, went to the ticket counter. I was like, hey, I got a stroller. I got to declare a firearm. I'm like, all right, cool. Fill out this document. So Frontier gives me this, and I'm gonna take it off screen here just so I can hide some stuff. So they give me this, and I fill it out. So basically, declaration: domestic flights only. Checked firearms are unloaded. I am the only person holding the key to the combination. So they make me declare this, sign it, and date it. That was our travel date, and yeah. So once they did that, from Denver to Pensacola, like I said, the sticker was not there, but basically they just had me put this inside the suitcase. So gun was obviously locked. They didn't ask to look inside of it. So this is all still buttoned down. It was all buttoned down, and I opened it up. I said I had a firearm to declare. They made me fill this out. They just had me put this in, as long as it was inside of the check bag that this gun case was in. That's all they cared about. At that point, what they did is they had somebody escorted me over to a, I don't even know what to call it. It wasn't part of the normal TSA screening check lines. It was like this backroom check line. And basically, I just took my bag, rolled my bag over with the Frontier representative. They took me to this special one-off TSA security line, and they ran my bag through the security checkpoint. It took them 2 minutes. They swabbed it, did all the explosive checks. They came back, and Frontier rep put it in their belt, and bag was gone. It was that easy. Now I was from Denver to Pensacola. So get to Pensacola, pull it out, do my thing, carry it, whatever else. Finish our trip up, get back to Pensacola, and I'm like, all right, well, it's going to be just as easy from Pensacola now. The process changed a little bit from Pensacola. When I came from Pensacola, they had me fill out a new form, a new tag. They put a sticker here. So they put a sticker on the outside. They had me put this tag on the inside, and this is why this is the difference. So they had me put this tag on the inside, and then I had it all locked up with the sticker on the outside. But then it still went inside of my check bag. And in Pensacola, maybe because it was a smaller airport, they did not send it through a second or an initial TSA check. They just sent it. They just went on their belt and sent it onto the plane or whatever they did after that. But I didn't have to walk anywhere like I did in Denver. Yeah, so it's kind of sad because it was such a fast process. I didn't get to record any of it. So all you get is the before and after. So I forgot what I said on the before, but yeah. So it was that easy. So for those of you guys that want to travel carrying firearms. I'm telling you, as a first timer, it was so easy. I would recommend just double checking ahead of time your specific airline's process. I've heard that changes. Some airlines don't allow magazines to be entered or to be included. Some airlines are okay with it. Frontier happens to be okay with it. But there's airlines that might not. So just double check the rules. But other than that, the TSA process itself, at least from Denver to Pensacola and Pensacola to Denver, was pretty freaking easy. I was shocked how easy it was. So I got to stay safe. I got to keep my family safe the whole time I was in Pensacola. And yeah, there wasn't a single problem. So first time for me, it was awesome. And highly recommend it. So if you guys travel, make sure it's a two-way friendly state. And even if it's not a two-way friendly state, you can still do it. I only chose to carry, I only chose to bring guns to states that are on my list for my concealed carry. I know different states have different relationships, but from Colorado, I'm good for like 27 different states. I fly a lot to Illinois, a lot to Washington, and a lot to Nevada, which don't allow my concealed carry permits. So that's why I haven't traveled with guns before, but Florida does, and that's why I did this. All right, guys. Highly recommended. Super easy. Just double check your airline specifications. One of the easiest process, and you can stay safe while you're traveling with your family. All right, well, that's enough rambling. That was fun. That's enough rambling. All right, guys. Until the next one, it's Pounds for Pounds Firearms signing off.